Hi everyone, Christy here, and I just wanted to pop on quick to give you guys just a heads up on how to import a Post My Party template, okay? And this is for those that are on our pilot program working to get your 4 parties started really on Monday, but we're going to start today and Saturday and Sunday to really get our hosts engaged and get their friends invited into the group and joining. So what you're going to do is you are going to, in our Facebook group message, I'll be posting a Post My Party link. And you will want, if you don't have Post My Party, you can get a 30-day subscription for absolutely free. I did post that in the group Facebook message already, so you can scroll up and look for that. And then you do enter our card number in there, but if you don't think you want to extend it past the free 30 days, mark your calendar for like December 28th so you can make sure you cancel it before the next month would kick in. Now, I will say it's $9.95 per month, and if you do 4 to 8 parties in a month, then it might be worth that $10 to have a scheduler. So this is a great way for you to try it out, okay? So with that said, I'm going to screen share here because I want to show you how you are going to be importing the template that I send. So I'm going to be sending you a template that looks like this. It's going to be a little different. This is the one that I imported, and then I'll be sending you the one that I did, okay? So there's a couple of things. When you first click the link that I post in our group message, you'll get to this page. And like I said, you have to have an account already with Post My Party. So that's your first step. Set up your temporary trial account first. And then you're gonna just hit the Start Import Process. Now, this is gonna be a little bit lengthy. When it says pilot program days 1 and 2, it says pre-party days, but don't think of it, this is really part of the party. It's a 5-day party. The 2 pre-party days, we're gonna be sharing recipes and tips, and we're gonna be sharing more engagement posts. We really want to take these first couple of days to get your host and your guest interacting with you. So that's what it's designed to do. And my director, Becky, and then another friend, Love, both execs and above, have come up. They've done a lot of training and learning from some of the top achievers virtually in our company. And so they've taken things that they've learned from them and shared it with us. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, when you import, you'll see this top box is the original message. So we're going to just copy and paste it into the bottom box, okay? And here's what I'm going to recommend you doing as you go through this process. I would recommend you changing the verbiage as you go. So in this case, this is an introduction. This is my friend Love. So you're going to definitely want to put, you know, if you are not a stay-at-home mom, then you might say, I work as a full-time banker and run a successful business on the side. I have 2 boys. I have a boy and a girl. You know, so you're going to just update these with your information. At this point, you can't change the pictures, but I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So I'm going to just go through here. It's a little bit tedious. Like I said, I recommend for you guys as you're doing this, and what I did is I went ahead and I updated every single message before I went to the next one. And that's just going to save you time. For time's sake, in this situation, I'm just copying and pasting. But again, when you do this, you're going to update. And that's exactly what I did when I first did this myself. Read each one, because like, for instance, this one, the picture asks, what's your favorite pie? Well, mine isn't pumpkin, so of course I changed to the fruity pie. You know, so you're going to want to make sure, kind of read, and then you're going to be able to see and understand kind of the flow of it as well. Now, there's a couple things I want to make sure I mention. One of the things I said is you definitely want to change up the wording a little bit. That previous one was just a recipe. So you don't necessarily have to change the recipe, but you might want to maybe add a line at the beginning. Doesn't this look great? Or my family would love this. The reason that you want to change up the verbiage is because you don't want to end up in Facebook jail. We don't want to look like, if there's 8 or 10 of us on my team that are doing this, plus 8 or 10 on Becky's team, plus several on Love's team, and we're all using the same basic outline. We don't want Facebook to think we're robots, right? So go ahead and change that. Here's a couple of tips. For instance, for mine, I have party entries, or get more entries into the party prize party drawing. Maybe you use tickets. So you could just go in and change anywhere I have entries, you could change to tickets. I noticed maybe if I say comment below, you might say share below. You might just change the way a sentence is. Like here, this says, for another pre-party ticket, tell us what you prefer. So on mine, I put, for another pre-party entry, tell us. And you might even say, which lights do you prefer? So just to know, you don't want it to be exactly the same, but you don't have to technically rewrite it, okay? Now, another thing I will mention is there are going to be some tokens. Basically, let me show you what it looks like. So for instance, the hard bracket and then the word link, okay? This is a placeholder basically. So we are setting up a template for our party right now. And I'll have another video that shows you how to apply this template to a party. And in that case, in that video, I will show you more specifically how you tell the template what that link is, okay? But basically, when you link this template to a party, you're gonna put the party link when you're setting up the party. So when this day hits, it's not, this word isn't gonna be there. It's gonna actually be the host party link. So that's just kind of like a little place saver, okay? Now, in this case, there's no words here. I think I added some words. You might put on here, who has a sheet pan, or who does sheet pan meals, or something like that. Or you could just put that link like this. So what that link does, because each one of us has a different party link, when it's actually posting, it is going to be a little unique, okay? So I don't know if you guys noticed, I was going through here kind of quickly, but as you go through and you're actually reading these, you'll see a variety of recipes and games and different things being shared. And if you want to, you can totally update the times a little bit too, okay? So as we go through, I think we're getting close here to the end. So finish, shoot. Did you see that? I was kind of clicking where the next button was, but once you get to the last one, it'll show a finish button, and that's what I just hit. And so then this is your template. This is your template that you've made unique to yourself because you've tweaked some of the verbiage along the way. And I mentioned that you couldn't change the pictures as you're importing, but at this point, now that you see the template here, and what I would recommend doing too is maybe going up here to the name of the template and put your last name. So mine would be Leskovac, but I'm not going to do that now because I already have a Leskovac pilot program since I already did this once. So maybe put your last name up there, or maybe put your first name up there, So something that tells you what this template is, because there's going to be 2 templates for this pilot program. There's this one, which is the days 1 and 2. The next one is going to be days 3, 4, and 5, and those are going to be kind of more along the lines of a themed day. So one of them is going to be baking and holiday gifts. I think one of them is like a Mexican fiesta. So they'll be more themed days, kind of like how the structure is on Consultant's Corner. Now, this little green button here to the left, that is how you can edit. not only can you edit, in this case, the verbiage, but you can change the picture. So you can just go up here and change that picture to a picture of your family. And then that way, when you are doing your introductions, you're able to do, your family will be there and not Love's family, okay? So let me just, this is a way old picture, but you can see how I can do that. Now, a couple of things to note up here. A lot of these are going to already be done. Most of these are going to either have the picture or the multiple picture selected. So I'll show you that here in a minute. After you do make any changes, make sure you click the update button. And you can do one of two things. You can either go to the next or you can go back to the template. You probably won't have to do the next at this point because you've already gone through everything. But maybe there's one of these that you're like, oh, you know what? I have another apron picture that I kind of liked better than this one. So I'm just going to change it. Or maybe you're like, oh, you know what? Instead of using that apron picture by itself, I want to put something else in there. So let me, hold on, I'm saving that picture because I don't think I have it down here on my, okay, so maybe I want to do a multiple picture. So I'm going to click this multi-picture, and then I can go up. I definitely want to make sure I put my apron picture back on there because that's what I'm asking them in the post. But maybe I also want to put just a little something, you know, maybe this one here shows the different kits, okay? So that's just giving them a little more information. So that's how you can add multiple pictures. And you can add up to 13 pictures, it looks like here, okay? So then I can go back and I can look at the template and I see that I have this template all done and ready to go. Click number 2 to go to the next page. So hopefully that helps. This is how you're going to import your, party link. And then stay tuned. I'm going to get another video up here and show you guys how to set up a party then. Because once you have this one template ready to go, and remember you're challenged to have 4 parties ready to start. So you're going to be running 4 parties at once. You can use the same template for all 4 parties, and it takes you maybe 2 or 3 minutes to set up each party. It's super quick. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.